Hey everyone, Janessa here from the blog AlmostHeavenHomesteading.com, and today I want to show you how to make an easy, delicious roasted chicken, as well as how to use the bones to make healthy homemade bone broth. Roasted chicken is so delicious and so healthy. It's full of protein, vitamins, and minerals, and the great thing about making your own rather than buying a rotisserie chicken from the store is that you can control exactly what goes into it. Even better, you can use the leftovers in so many delicious recipes. You can find the full written recipe over on the blog at AlmostHeavenHomesteading.com. To make this easy roasted chicken, you'll need a thawed whole chicken, a couple carrots, and a few stalks of celery, and one small onion. Yellow, sweet, or white will do here. Water, salt, pepper, and rosemary, and then a little bit of butter, and you'll also need a roasting pan. If your chicken was frozen, be sure to thaw it either in cold water or in the refrigerator before baking, and also remove any of the giblets and packaging from inside the chicken and go ahead and place it in your roaster. Now you'll want to fill the roasting pan with water until the chicken is a little less than halfway submerged. Okay, now it's time to add in the veggies. This is going to help flavor the chicken as well as add extra vitamins and minerals to the broth we'll be making later. You'll want to go ahead and wash the vegetables and trim off any bad spots. Cut your celery and carrots up into about 3-inch pieces, and be sure to peel the skin off the onion by slicing down the middle, trimming off the ends, and peeling off the outer layer. Go ahead and quarter the onion once that is done and add it to the roaster. This next step is optional, but if you coat the top of the chicken, the part that's exposed, with a thin layer of butter, this will help to get that delicious, beautiful, crispy skin on the top. It's not necessary, but it helps. After that, go ahead and mix 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of rosemary in a small bowl, and sprinkle that over the chicken. After all of those spices are coating the top of that chicken, the only thing left is for you to bake your chicken for about 2 to 2.5 hours until it is melt in your mouth tender. Once your chicken is coated in all of those spices, go ahead and just cover it with the roasting pan lid. Place it in a 350-degree oven for about 2 to 2.5 hours until it is melt in your mouth tender. roasted chicken is a staple meal here in my home for so many reasons. Number one, it's absolutely delicious the first night, and like I already mentioned, there are so many recipes that you can use the leftover chicken for. But even more important than that is the fact that the bones that are left over are perfect for making my own healthy bone broth here at home. Bone broth is something that I like to keep on hand and something that I like to sneak into as many recipes as I possibly can because it's so good for you. Bone broth is rich in A and B and K vitamins as well as a number of minerals and omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. It's also rich in collagen, which is great for digestion and gut health, and it's also great for your immune system and your joints. The great thing about this easy roasted chicken recipe is that it's so easy to make this delicious bone broth afterwards just as soon as the chicken is done. So let's see if the chicken is ready to go so that we can get to making this good healthy bone broth as well. So my chicken was baking for about 2.5 hours, and that was enough time for it to bake through and become incredibly tender. I'm going to serve this up for dinner tonight alongside some mashed potatoes and green beans while the remainder of the chicken is cooling. I'll need it to be cool in order to start the process of making bone broth. To start the process of making my bone broth, I'm going to remove all the chicken from the bones and reserve it for a later recipe. Okay, so you're about to see how easy it is to make this bone broth. All you're going to do is add those bones back into the roasting pan, add about a 1/2 gallon to 3 quarts of water back into the roasting pan as well, cover it and place it in the oven for about 6 hours. So I'm going to be storing my broth in mason jars, so I just want to make sure they are nice and clean. Alright, so it is the next day. I did not get to straining my broth that night, but today I'm going to go ahead and just strain that broth through a strainer that I've added to a large stock pot. Now, if you did want to remove even more of the little particles from your broth, you could line your strainer with a cheesecloth, but it doesn't bother me, so I'm just going to go ahead and add the strainer to the stock pot and strain that broth through. And now I have the finished product ready to be used in a cozy winter soup. This broth will keep in the fridge for about a week or several months in the freezer. Louisa May Alcott wrote, "The humblest tasks get beautified if loving hands do them." I hope you found this video educating and inspiring to find a passion for the simple little homemaking tasks such as these. If you enjoyed watching, please hit that subscribe button for weekly videos.